Good morning and welcome to MEC's Capitol Day. What a great day to be here. What a beautiful day in Jackson, and we're very excited about what's ahead. You know, it's really great to be back holding this the first week of the legislative session. As you know, we've had some challenges the last couple of years that have caused us to do things differently. But right now, we're really excited about MEC's Capitol Day being on the first Thursday of the session. What a fun way to kind of kick off what's happening from a legislative standpoint. What a fun way to actually have the opportunity to, going back to the Capitol today, to visit with legislators and really see what's going on. We really do have a special session planned for this morning, though. In just a few minutes, Governor Tate Reeves will be joining us for a conversation about what's happening across the state. We have a great group of education and workforce leaders here to discuss what the business community can do to really make sure we're collaborating in a way to make a difference in the outcomes and preparing the workforce of the future. And then we're going to talk to some of our partnering organizations about what to expect during this legislative session and ways that we can all work together to make a difference. But first, it is really my pleasure to introduce Martin Williams. He is the Vice President and CFO of Corinth and Tupelo Coke, and he is serving as the MEC Chair this year. So Martin, welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
You know, Martin is the fourth chair to serve as a second generation chair of MEC. His father, Kenneth, was chair in 1991 and 92. And I think, obviously, Martin, just the commitment from your family, from your company, believing in the mission of MEC's role of the voice of business. Talk a little bit about that and the role MEC plays in helping develop public policy and why that's so important for us in our state.
Absolutely, will do, Scott. But first, let me take just a quick moment to say thank you for being here and welcome. So proud and happy to see you all here the first week of the legislative session to help us figure out how to move Mississippi forward and make it a better place. But our role at MEC, the way that I see it, is a statewide function, right? And I like to use the adage of a rising tide lifts all boats. If MEC can help Mississippi be a better place to own and operate a business, then all of our businesses will benefit. And we're very good at working, we as an organization, you and your team are very good at working together with elected officials and really making a difference in Mississippi. And I think that's pretty well evidenced, if you don't already know, by the fact that we won the State Chamber of the Year award. And so I'd love to recognize Scott and the team for that accomplishment. That was a big deal.
You know, as I mentioned earlier, we're very excited about being able to go back to the Capitol. We'll take some buses up there in just about an hour, go to room 216 and hear from legislative leaders up there. What makes Capitol Day so special, being able to do those types of things?
Well, I think it's a huge benefit having this group of people come to Jackson, be able to see one another for one thing, which is excellent, and then also make our way over to the Capitol, meet with our legislators, talk about things that can make Mississippi, continue to make Mississippi great, and really discuss, have conversations with our elected officials about what matters most to each of you in your hometowns and organizations.
You know, in talking about what matters, in early last year, we released Securing Mississippi's Future Vision for Economic Growth. It was a report that was done by going out and listening to what people had to say and what was important to them. You know, it outlined 5 goals, and there were several recommendations under each of those. Why is it important that we continue to focus on this effort of moving our state forward?
Yeah, I see Securing Mississippi's Future report as our really strategic roadmap. Where are we going and what do we need to operate? What do we need to work on every day? And for those of you who don't know or haven't heard this from Scott himself say it many times, he literally keeps the report on the front of his desk so that he knows what he needs to be working on every day and what the organization, in what direction the organization needs to be pointed. It's going to and has already and will continue to guide our organization to help improve workforce, grow jobs and lead to a strong economic environment in the state.
And this is something everyone can have a role in, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's got to be a public and private sector cooperation. That's really the most important thing for us to be able to reach our potential, our fullest potential.
Any final thoughts?
Well, I do want to thank the governor very much for being here and participating with us, the other legislative officials that are going to be speaking to us later. I think it's really important for us to hear them so that we can improve on being the voice of business, which is our goal for the MEC. I think it's really important and will only help us to understand what's going on.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time, your dedication to MEC. Your role as chair has been tremendous. I think everybody here appreciates what's taking place, and we appreciate you joining us for a couple of minutes this morning.